My name is Chris B. I'm the founder of Bumble Bee Vapor. I'm wicked nervous right now, and I just need to talk through it. The name Bumble Bee Vapor actually came from my boat. I used to do a lot of Wounded Warrior fishing trips, and as the economy kind of started to decline, so did our sponsors as well, and we needed a way to raise money to, buy fishing gear for all the warriors and stuff. And so we created Bumble Bee to actually, help fund those. The boat is actually docked in my driveway right now. It's an 18.5-foot Bumble Bee bass boat.
The way that Bumble Bee started is very indicative of what our driving force behind it is. We didn't get into the business to make a quick buck or become, this huge name for us. It was really a personal journey.
And we've also been there, where we want to quit smoking, where we've had loved ones that have died from smoking.
We both have been smokers for a really long time and just really wanted to quit, but the problem is that we really enjoyed smoking.
The difference between vapor and inhaling a combustible cigarette is, for one, the amount of chemicals. There are over 4,000 chemicals that they add to a cigarette. When vaping, we know exactly what we're inhaling. There's propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine if you want it, and then you just have your flavors, which can be natural or artificial.
One of the things that we noticed is just a lack of really good, really realistic tasting juices, and so Bumble Bee Vapor was born.
I come from a background of beer brewing and winemaking. I also love to cook and work with spices, so working with layered flavors and that kind of thing is kind of a passion of mine. And with the e-liquids, the possibilities are endless. If you want to compare it to, say, beer, you have your mass-produced, Budweiser, and then you have your high-end craft beers, which are layered flavors, and a lot more time and energy is put into those, and the flavors are just extremely complex. And that's one thing that we try to accomplish.
Flavor is really important because if you don't find something that you really like, you're not going to keep using it.
The products we have are, they're stellar products. The flavors are big, multi-layered flavors. We're not doing just apple and just strawberry. We're really creating these unique blends of flavors. We're throwing things out of left field like a cucumber and a kiwi. And we're really doing things that nobody else is doing.
Every single Bumble Bee flavor that I've tried, if it's supposed to be peach, it tastes like peach. If it's supposed to be an RY4, which is a caramel vanilla tobacco, it tastes like caramel vanilla and tobacco. A lot of other flavors, they have this weird aftertaste, or they have this weird taste in the front end you don't get that with Bumble Bee.
You can tell the difference between Bumble Bee, like their peach, and versus somebody else's peach. His actually tastes like real peaches. So the flavors are really good. I get a lot of people say that they're very complex. Every time they vape it, the inhale and the exhale are always different flavors, and a lot of people like that. It's something different all the time.
Our stores are great. They've become like family to us. They're very good friends. And even our customers, it's really cool to be able to go to do the shows and the expos and meet the customers and meet, new store owners, and the excitement and just the enthusiasm. It's infectious.
FaceTime is that's the root of our business model. And, and we eat it up when we go to the shows and we get to interact with the customers in the stores. And we decided, to use that, convention-style interaction with people everywhere. So instead of mailing samples to people, well, let's just go in the shop and talk to them and let them try stuff out.
That personal touch.
The personal touch. That's what drives us.
And that's really carried through in everything that we do. We really try to keep it very personal, dealing, hands-on with all the customers and with the stores, Every step of the way we're really involved to make sure that it's a personal experience.
It was one Sunday afternoon. Chris just came in with a box. I was like, hey guys, and you know, it was just like hanging out for a second.
With Bumble Bee, actually, they found us.
They came in here one rainy evening and came in and introduced themselves.
And we're all just talking, and he was asking about our juices, and eventually, like, so what's in the box? And he pretty much came out and was like, oh yeah, well, I'm a juice maker, a local, and I just wanted to stop by and try to give you guys some samples.
We just pretty much hit it off from there. They came probably 2 weeks, I believe, after that, and we did a tasting, and we fell in love with the product.
Matter of fact, that's the only thing I've been vaping since I met them in November. They're wonderful people.
You know, customers will like a flavor because it's the latest fad or it's the latest trend, and then it kind of dies off. We really want to be consistent in the market, and to do that, we're always, you know, looking at ways to improve our line and add to our line.
And that's where our creativity comes in. And
we've had instances like with the blueberry cheesecake that was so popular here at Vapors. We had to pull that because one of the ingredients was changed by one of our vendors, and it just wasn't the same. It wasn't up to the level that we personally pride ourselves on, and we're not going to sell a subpar product.
The feedback we get is extremely consistent. The stores, the customers keep coming back.
My favorite flavor is Sex on the Peach, by the way.
My favorite flavor is Flagship. I am obsessed with it to the point where Chris gets mad at me for not vaping anything else.
Favorite flavor of Bumble Bee what's not my favorite flavor of Bumble Bee?
Sex on the Peach is a huge success here. That is the biggest seller of my store.
Personally, I think it tastes like peach rings. It's amazing.
Our business model, like I've said 1,000 times, is you know, built on, you know, customer service, but a lot of it is also built on humor. And Lena snores a lot. She snores, she drools in her sleep.
Oh my God!
Oh,
someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
You didn't ask me the wrong question.
Right now, the real problem with vaping is that there's just not a lot of education out there. People don't really understand what it is. They don't understand, you know, they see it and they equate it to cigarettes, which we all know is very harmful. And so I really think that, you know, those of us in the industry have a real responsibility to educate the public.
The healthcare industry should absolutely applaud this movement.
Electronic cigarette industry is really growing more and more every day.
The best part about owning Bumble Bee Vapor, honestly, is the satisfaction we receive from just seeing people switch from cigarettes to vaping. And it's not just about putting that product in their face, it's about, you know, just growing that relationship with the customers, with the stores, and really, you know, showing people that, you know, for us it's customer service. We're not here to make a dollar. You know, it's a passion of ours.
What makes us excited to wake up every day and be able to go and interact with different people and bring them something that we know that they'll enjoy and, you know, will put a smile on their face.
Our philosophy behind Bumble Bee Vapor is that, you know, it's all about creativity, customer service, and building relationships, but at the same time we're saving lives. And that's first and foremost, and that's the thing that, you know, we keep in the back of our minds at all times.